So today we're going to be talking about AI applications. My name is Joseph Montes, channel manager for VitalPBX, and I will be hosting this webinar for you today. You might know me as the guy that tries to respond to every email that you send us. We might have been in touch in the past. So to start today's webinar, let's talk about these new AI features we're included in VitalPBX. So VitalPBX we always like to be at the forefront of newer technology, and all of the talk nowadays is about AI. We wanted to include some new features that uses AI as the center or the forefront of what they do. So let's take a look into what these new AI features are. So these AI features include Voice Hub. So Voice Hub is it's an integration that you can do with OpenAI, Whisper, or Microsoft's Azure for AI voices. This is AI-based text-to-speech, which you can use to generate voice prompts or generate different recordings that you can manage inside of VitalPBX. And this is also the voices that are going to be used in the other tools, such as the AI operator, which is the ability to transfer your call using natural language. So all of the features, all of the conversation that you will have with the AI is going to be with natural languages instead of doing pre-recorded messages only. So you might have had some AI experience in the past with other solutions that will guide you basically through a voice-based IVR where you just say yes, no, next, and predefined words. Here you're going to be using natural language to speak with the AI. Next, we have the AI assistant. So what the AI assistant allows you to do is you can upload documents to the AI assistant. So it does not only transfer your calls, it also has the ability to read through these documents and give you an answer based on that information. So if you have frequently asked questions or specific protocols or information about your business, you can upload documentation with all of this information, and the AI assistant will make sure to use this information to generate a response based on what is in the documents. So just to give you a quick preview of what everything is before we go to the live demo. As I mentioned, the Voice Hub is the integrated text-to-speech that uses OpenAI's Whisper or Microsoft Azure. The AI operator allows the AI assistant to transfer calls using natural language to select destinations. So you select the destinations that it's going to be able to transfer your call to. And then we have the AI assistant that uses documentation that you upload, once again, using that natural language, giving you an interactive experience. So you will be interacting with this assistant as you are with any other human being. So how does it work? Let's run over to our demo machine here. So here I have a demo machine. This is a virtual machine that I'm running on the cloud on a VPS, and I have my new apps section. So once again, you will install this as any other add-on. So go admin add-ons and add-ons, and you will find the AI assistants and the Voice Hub add-ons available here. So with this, if we go to apps, you will see Voice Hub and AI assistants. Let's go one step at a time. Let's start with the Voice Hub. So the Voice Hub, as I mentioned, this is our text to speech that uses OpenAI's Whisper and Microsoft Azure's AI-based voices for text to speech. So what you do is that you connect with either one of these providers, Microsoft and OpenAI. So you're able to create multiple voice connectors that are going to be used for the different voice profiles. So it's as easy as generating an API key, and we do have uh, documentation on our website, on our blog. Let me share those links with you. That allow you to that will show you step by step on how to generate these API keys, because this is the key. Oh, well, literally the key to how the AI assistant and the AI features work as we connect with OpenAI. I'm sharing the links down below, and here's the final link on how you can create that Microsoft Azure text-to-speech API key. So basically, just with that API key, we do everything on the background to do the integration and integrate the Voice Hub with um, Microsoft Azure and with OpenAI's Whisper feature. So once you have those voice connectors created, so your integration with OpenAI and Microsoft Azure, we can go to the voice profiles. So here on the voice profiles is where we create a voice profile on how that we want to sound whenever we use the text to speech feature or the AI features. I have this one here called Whisper. So here I am using the Whisper connector, and then I have the voice. I have the voice selection. So in this case, I am using Nova, and with the audio quality, I'm using the high definition audio quality. Once you have that voice profile created, you can just hear a demo on how it sounds like. So I can do here like, welcome to the VitalPBX webinar about AI. And then I click on convert.
Welcome to the VitalPBX webinar about AI.
There you have it. So this way you can listen to how the voice sounds like. And similarly, you can do one with Microsoft Azure. So I can call this one just something different so I can identify it. Use the Azure text to speech. Select a region. Going to use East US, and then I'm going to select the voice that I want to use. Let me see. Let's do some Australian English here. I'm going to save it, and then if I come here to demo, so just so you can see that this is not something pre-recorded. There you go. So let's click on convert.
Welcome to the VitalPBX AI webinar.
There you have it. Very simple AI-based text-to-speech, which will allow us to have an assistant that is able to speak to us. So this is the Voice Hub, but now you might be seeing the ability of typing down something and getting an audio file out of it. So we have taken advantage of this and incorporate the Voice Hub with our voice prompts. So if you come to settings, voice prompts, and then recording management, we are able to generate the different recordings that we can use throughout the PBX for IBRs, for announcements, for anything. We can generate those audios from text. So in this case, I will go ahead and generate a couple of audios that I will use for my AI assistant. Um, these are some messages that will play back. So let me do here. So the welcome, I already have my text here, so I will just copy and paste it. Copy and paste. And one thing that you might notice here is that grammar does not apply as it does normally. As any other text to speech application or option, you can play around with the grammar and the punctuation to make sure that the pacing of the message is just as you like. So in this case, I've added multiple exclamation marks. I've added a period after this please here. And then I would be glad, comma, to answer any of your inquiries. So you can play around with the punctuation to dictate the pacing of the message. So let me go ahead and click on convert here. And now I have this welcome webinar that I can play back.
Thank you for calling VitalPBX's AI webinar services. I would be glad to answer any of your inquiries. Please, how can I help you today?
There you go. It sounds pretty natural. Doesn't have that gargly noise of usual text to speech, of traditional text to speech options. So let me create another message. So this one is called the wait. And then I'm going to use copy the text here and convert it. And now here I have this wait webinar.
Please
If I
hold
hit
on for a
play.
moment.
So there we have those audio files that we can now use anywhere inside of VitalPBX. So it's a pretty useful feature. We're starting with a pretty standard basic way of using AI with AI trained voices for text to speech with the new voice hub using the voice connectors and voice profiles. Now, let's move a little bit further and move on to AI assistants. Here on AI assistants, you will first need to enter the API keys for the to connect with the OpenAI accounts. Once again, the AI assistance for the AI processing. We only use the OpenAI's GPT models for the generation of responses. So you can have multiple OpenAI keys here because this would be multi-tenant capable, and you are able to create multiple connections to different OpenAI accounts. So your different tenants can or will be able to benefit from this. So here I already have OpenAI GPT, and I entered the API key. Once again, I have sent the links to the blog post that we have created, where you can create these API keys, showing you everything step by step. Okay, so now that I have this, I am able to start creating my AI assistants. When I go ahead and create a new AI assistant, I'm presented with this new module, similar to any other module inside of VitalPBX, but there are a couple of fields that are very important for you to know. So for this, let me go ahead and open one that I have created. So it already has the information set up. So here we have the name for our assistant, so we can identify it better. You can create multiple assistants, so you can have a different assistants for different type of situations. But then I will come back to the instructions in just one moment because this is very important. Then we choose the API key. You can choose the different GPT models that OpenAI allows you to have. You choose the voice profile. So from the voice hub, you choose the voice profile that you want this AI assistant to use for their voice. Max interactions is how many questions or interactions the user can have with this AI, since OpenAI charges us or charges you, since it'll connect to your own account. based on the number of queries that you send to it, you can limit the number of interactions that you can have with this AI assistant. But if you leave it blank, it'll be infinite, so you can interact with it for as long as you want. Max silence is the length of silence that you can have after the user speaks to the AI before processing what the user said. Then we have some messages that will play back. So we have the welcome message, which is like any other welcome message that we will have on an IVR or on a queue, for example. Then we have a wait message. You will listen to this whenever the AI is processing the answer. Just telling you, this is a simple message that will tell the the users to please wait while I'll look into this information or look into an answer for your question. Inaudible is if the person speaking has a deep stutter or something, like impedes the AI from understanding the question that they might have, or maybe they have a thicker accent or have a low uh, reception wherever they are calling from, and their voice sounds is incomprehensible for the AI. It'll just play back this message and then take you to a final destination. So the final destination is whenever the AI has reached its maximum interactions, or it didn't hear you well for a couple of times. Here we have it by default on two times. If the AI cannot understand you, it'll just say, "Hey, look, I am unable to understand you." Obviously, in a more professional way, but just to give you a gist of it, it'll tell you, "Hey, look, I didn't understand you. Let me transfer you somewhere that can help you directly," and it'll transfer you to a human. Then we also have the listening tone. So the listening tone allows us to tell the users who are calling these AI assistants when they can start speaking. We have an internal directory. This is for the AI operator functionality, where you're able to select the different destinations where the AI assistant can transfer you. So the AI operator and the AI assistant are all in one single module. So you can specify the extensions and you can ask the AI assistant to transfer you with so and so. And finally, you have notification email addresses, where you notifications with summaries of the AI interactions can be sent to once the conversation is finished. And this way, you can have a transcript of the interaction as an administrator to see how everything went and the information that was provided to the user. Now, since we have gone through all of these fields, I will focus on the instructions and on the attached files, because it is very important that we understand how these work, and make sure that we have as clear as information for these two fields as possible. So with the assistant instructions, this is basically what gives the AI assistant its personality. So here is you're giving the instructions to the AI assistant, literally, on how it should behave and what its purpose. So in this case, we have a very detailed set of instructions for this assistant, telling them key information. Let me read it out loud for you. So we're telling this AI assistant that you are a virtual assistant named Vicky, who specializes only in VitalPBX, and your primary goal is to assist users with accuracy and clarity in matters related to VitalPBX. So with this, we're focusing the responses that this AI assistant can give us, because if we leave this open, remember that we're still using the GPT model, and the GPT model has been trained with information and data from all over the internet. And with GPT-4, I believe it's up to 2022. So if we leave this very vague or very open, it'll allow the user to ask us for unnecessary or useless questions or information. So by specifying what the AI assistant is going to be focused on, we're narrowing down the set of responses that this AI assistant will be able to provide us. Next, we're telling it to provide short, accurate, and concise answers to address inquiries about VitalPBX. Prioritize clarity in responses, ensuring that users receive actionable guidance, maintain a professional, cheerful, and helpful tone. We're just giving more personality to this AI assistant with these prompts. So we make sure that the AI assistant does not behave rudely. This is a professional environment. This is a business. So we want the AI assistant to still have some personality of its own by being cheerful, but answering in a professional manner. So it does not speak to you as it would in an informal conversation, but here it'll respond to you in a pure um, professional manner. We also make sure that the answers stay short because GPT can give us a very long response. I believe it's about 700 or 900 characters for a response length. Um, so we make sure that the responses are short, so we do not have the person listening to a very long message. Then we tell it if a question appears unclear or lacks specificity, proactively ask for clarification to better address the user's needs. So if a question is very vague, the AI will be able to ask for further details so it can complete the context of the question. And then, after successfully answering a question, inquire if the user has additional queries to ensure comprehensive assistance. So once the question is answered, it's going to ask you if do you have any other questions? Do you have any further comments that you would like to provide? And then finally, for questions that are not uploaded into the documents, tell the customers that you don't have an answer and recommend they reach us via email at sales@vitalpbx.com. So here we're further telling the AI assistant that the if it cannot respond based on the documentation that we have provided, we'll see this in a moment, and it's out of the realm of what it has been told to do. It'll just tell the customers, sorry, I cannot get you information about that. Please send us an email to sales@vitalpbx.com and we will be able to assist you further. So this is the what I'm talking about, to be as specific as possible with your assistant instructions, because based on these instructions is how well the assistant is going to respond to the questions. Finally, for the AI assistant, we also have attached files. So you can upload Word documents, you can upload PDF files, or text files that can help the AI assistant. So the AI assistant is able to crawl through this documentation or files that you have shared with it, and it'll be able to answer based on the documentation that you provide here. So, since we told the AI assistant to use this documentation and base all of its answers on this documentation, we make sure that this documentation has the information that we need um, for it. So make sure that this documentation that you upload is as concise or specific as your responses can. So we have noticed that frequently asked questions work pretty well with the type of documentation that you can upload. So if you have use headers like H1s or titles for different questions, OpenAI analyzes those very good. So you can have a set list of questions that you have. Also, bullet lists. Those work pretty well for instructions on processes. So if you want to give a set list of steps or for a specific process on how to do something, we recommend bulleted or numbered list. lists. So the OpenAI with GPT is able to understand that as clearly as possible. So with this document uploaded with the information that you want to provide, the AI assistant is able to to look into this documentation, and you can upload multiple files here if you have them separated in different files. You can have it access these documents for it to generate its response. Okay, so after this lengthy explanation, this is how we create an AI assistant, and it's going to be able to um, provide you with a response. Once you have it created, we have a module right here on the lower left-hand corner that allows us to do a text-based interaction with the AI assistant. So we can ask it a question. So ask. And depending on the internet speed and the complexity of the question, it'll be how long it takes
Hello, I'm Vicky, your virtual assistant specialized.
for the AI assistant to respond. So here you can see it generated a response. It already has been converted to an audio file. Here you can see some useful tech information. So it took 5 seconds, almost 6 seconds to generate the response based on the information that we have given the AI assistant. And it took 3 seconds for the text to speech to be generated. So in total, it took around 8 to 9 seconds to generate this response and give it back to me. And we can listen to it here.
In VitalPBX. I'm here to provide you with information, help solve issues, and guide you through anything related to VitalPBX with accuracy and clarity. How can I assist you today?
Okay, so if I ask another question, um, so once again, it's processing the question here. It doesn't matter if it's totally grammatically correct here, uh, but um, but the interactivity is here. Once again, it's the time. It's going to depend. It's going to depend on the type of question and the
VitalPBX
interspeed.
offers the following plans. 1. Community. This is the free version for an unlimited time. It provides a basic toolset for your entire company. 2. Enterprise, priced at $100 monthly or $1,000 yearly.
Okay, so based on the information that I gave it on the documentation, it was able to generate that response. Um, but we're Vital PBX. We're a PBX software company, unified communications. So it's not about inputting text, because if you want to input text to get a response, why would you use Vital PBX instead of going directly to OpenAI? So this AI assistant now becomes a destination that you can use within the workflow. So if we go here to applications and then custom application, I have created a custom application called Star 48 that goes to AI assistant. So these AI assistants can be part of your normal call flow. So these can be part of the a direct DIG through an inbound route. It can be part of an IVR. You can use it anywhere that you want to take it as a destination. So you can access the AI assistant as you would any other module inside of VitalPBX. So to demonstrate this, here I have Vitsy. Let me refresh it. Here I have Vitsy, and with Vitsy, I am going to place the call to this AI assistant. So you can see a sort of interaction with it. Well, let's do a couple of interactions with the AI assistant. So I dial star 48. Let me make this a little bit. So I'm dialing star 48. Now we click dial.
Thank you for calling VitalPBX's AI webinar services. I would be glad to answer any of your inquiries. Please say your message after the tone.
Hi, who are you?
Please hold on for a moment as I look into this for you. Hello, I'm Vicky, your virtual assistant specialized in VitalPBX. I'm here to help you with any questions or issues you might have related to VitalPBX. How can I assist you today?
What is the Vital PBX One licensing about?
Please hold on for a moment as I look into this for you.
Okay, so we give it a second for it to generate a response. You can listen to the wait message that we created. Play back in here.
VitalPBX One is a new licensing option offered by VitalPBX. With a single license, you gain access to every commercial feature available for the specified number of extensions. This can be thought of as their pricing model based on the number of extensions. It provides a flexible way for businesses to access all the commercial modules offered by VitalPBX based on their specific needs. If you have any further questions or need more information, feel free to ask.
Can you tell me how do I create an extension in Vital PBX?
Please hold on for a moment as I look into this for you. To create an extension in VitalPBX, follow these steps. 1. Log in as an administrator to your VitalPBX installation. 2. Navigate to PBX, then Extensions, and click on Extensions. 3. You will be presented with a blank extension form. 4. Enter at least an extension name and number. 5. Click on Save in the bottom right-hand corner. 6. Click on the red arrows at the top to apply the changes. 7. You can now use the device, user, and password to register your extension to your SIP-capable device. This process should help you successfully create an extension in VitalPBX. If you have any further questions, feel free to ask.
That should be all for now. Thank you. Goodbye.
Please hold on for a moment as I look into this for you. You're welcome. If you have any more questions in the future or need further assistance, don't hesitate to reach out. Goodbye and take care.
Okay, there you have it. So I had a natural language conversation with the AI assistant. It was able to provide me with information about uh, the the questions that I asked based on the documentation that I uploaded. So it's very it is a very simple way for you to have that additional help with commonly asked questions and common processes or the conversations that you have over and over again. So it uses a very natural way for you to say it. Now let's dial the AI assistant once again. Look at
Thank
this.
you for calling VitalPBX's AI webinar services. I would be glad to answer any of your inquiries. Please say your message after the tone.
Hi, can you transfer me with the CEO?
Please hold on for a moment as I look into this for you.
Now I don't know if you can hear it, but it's now being transferred to another extension, and I am able to answer it. So I am the CEO now. So you can see here it transfer the call based on the information that I provided. Once again, the AI assistants allow me to tell them where inside of the internal directory they can transfer calls to or get information to transfer calls to. So I just said the extensions. So I have the extensions here, and I have an extension called CEO. So I just told it transfer me with the CEO, and um, it was able to transfer the call successfully to this extension that I have registered on a device on my desk here. So this is a very neat set of features with the voice hub, with AI operator functionality and AI assistant functionality. Um, Additionally, um, you can test some more questions. So let's interact with the AI assistant once again. This is
For calling
quite interesting.
VitalPBX's AI webinar services. I would be glad to answer any of your inquiries. Please say your message after the tone.
Can you give me information on the call center licensing plan, please?
Please hold on for a moment as I look into this for you. The call center licensing plan for VitalPBX is priced at $200 monthly or $2,000 yearly. This plan is designed to cover all your call center needs, providing features essential for operating an efficient and productive call center environment. Do you require further details or have any other inquiries regarding VitalPBX?
Who is the president of Nicaragua?
Please hold on for a moment as I look
Now
into this for you.
let's say this is a question not related to Vital PBX. So let's see how it reacts to it.
I'm sorry, but I can only provide information related to VitalPBX. For questions outside of VitalPBX, I recommend checking a reliable news source or conducting an internet search. Is there anything else related to VitalPBX I can assist you with?
No, that should be all. Thank you.
Please hold on for a moment as I look into this for you. You're welcome. If you have any more questions about VitalPBX in the future, feel free to ask. Have a great day. Please hold on for a moment.
Okay. So there you have it. This is the AI assistant. I didn't say goodbye. That's why it didn't hang up there. But as you can see, it's very interactive. With GPT-4, I've seen much more accuracy. It's a little bit slower than GPT 3.5. You can try playing around with the GPT models, um, and um, and look into how the different models respond to your needs and to the type of questions that you have. Um, so yeah, this is the new AI features. These are the new AI features inside of Vital PBX. So let's go to the next question. How do I get it? So the AI features are available with the following plans: call center, Carrier Plus, and with Vital PBX 1. So you're able to use the Vital PBX. You're able to use the Vital PBX AI features with any of these plans. So when can you get it? You can get it today. So it is available for you to download and install already. The Once again, I have shared links to the different blogs that show you the step-by-step configuration. We went through it a little bit today, but with these articles, let me share them with you once again. Let me share them with you once again. There you go. So with these articles, you will be able to to have the AI assistant and the API keys set up. Okay. Now, let's see. Do you have any questions? I can see that you have been very active on the chat and on the Q&A. Let me go through everything that you have said so far so we can have that be read out to anyone that hasn't seen the chat or have had their questions answered. So I'm seeing, can you share your assistant instructions in the chat, please? Sure, no problem. Just so you can have an example on the instructions that we used on this demo. So let me share that in the chat. There you go. So those are the instructions inside of the of our configurations. Can you show us how to assign a phone number code to the AI assistant agent? Once again, I did this with the custom applications. So here I did star 48. So I am able to dial it directly through here. But once again, the AI assistants behave as a destination. So if you have your inbound routes, you can set the AI assistants as an inbound destination. So you have that that ability, or put it inside of an IVR as one of the entries and use it as that. So press 1 to speak with our smart agent. Okay, so how about the hardware in matter of resources used, especially speaking in multi-tenant environment? So once again, for the AI processing, we are using OpenAI's GPT model. So no of the AI processing is done inside of your hardware. All of this is going through OpenAI's servers. So this is why, once again, it is important to be able to generate those keys. And once again, you can have multiple keys for your different tenants. So you can have these connections to your OpenAI accounts. Okay, let me see some of the questions that were sent through the Q&A. Okay, share the assistant instructions in chat. Okay, so is there a ways to slow down the cadence of the responses when going through the technical steps or to repeat them? You can ask as another action to repeat the steps for you to directly to the AI assistant, but to control the pacing, that this is how the text to speech will interpret the information sent to the to OpenAI and what it received. With the voice hub, if when you're creating the audio files on the recording management, as I mentioned, you can play around with the grammar and the punctuation for the pacing, but unfortunately it'll all depend on how OpenAI returns the response, since OpenAI will give you correct grammar and the punctuation. So you can play around with the different voices that are available here that will give you a different type of reading of the responses. Now, in terms on how fast you get a response back, once again, your network stability and speed will depend on it, and the complexity of the question. So OpenAI can formulate the response. All of that can be used. How safe is it to use this tool? Well, in safety wise, everything is done through API keys. So VitalPBX does not get direct access to your accounts. It's just the API connection based on the key that you enter here. The API keys are encrypted, so they cannot be read by anyone. When the PBX Vital, well, I believe you refer to the Vital PBX one. When the Vital PBX one license is purchased, is the AI license automatically available for tenants? Yeah. So everything is included with the Vital PBX one. Once again, if you have used the multi-tenant module before, or if you haven't, whenever you add a new add-on or a new module, make sure that on the user profiles, um, you will see a tenant admin on this demo machine. I do not have multiple tenants here, but you can select which modules the tenants have access to. So make sure that you include the apps and the voice hub and the AI assistant, um, and you can remove the connectors or the API keys, so you can control that for them if that is something that you would be interested in. The integration will be only for English language, or it will also be possible in Spanish. It is possible in Spanish. Um, it is possible in Spanish. I haven't tested the OpenAI voices in Spanish, but the Azure voices do have Spanish. So if I come here to the Azure voice that I created earlier, you can perfectly have it in Spanish. So let me find a Spanish voice that I like. I cannot remember the name, so I'm just going to. I think it's Beatrice. Um, you can use this. Let me update. I'll refresh the module just in case. Come back here and then I can type something. Okay, just to put an example here. Then if I click convert.
Hola. Bienvenido al webinar de AI de VitalPBX.
So it does have multiple voices that you can use.
Hola. Estoy hablando en español.
There you go. So you can have it in Spanish as well. Romanian, Romani. Let me see if there you go. We have a couple of voices in Romani with Alina. Let me. Now, if you can send on the chat an example prompt in Romanian, so just so you can hear it, Mr. Balasa. Since Romanian is one of those languages that I do not know. Okay, there you go. Copy and then paste it. And then I convert it.
Acesta este un exemplu de prompt în limba romană.
There you go. So hopefully that pronunciation was appropriate. So you can see you can create different voice profiles. Azure gives you the most expansive set of languages, but OpenAI has a more limited set of voices. I'm being told here by my support team that OpenAI is able to detect the language and tries to respond in the caller language. However, the OpenAI's text-to-speech is more optimized for English. Okay, so once again, we are quite dependent on the AI voices that Microsoft Azure and OpenAI is able to give us. Well, here I'm being told to try the Romanian text with OpenAI. Let's see how that behaves. Okay, so I'm going to be using Nova, which is the one that I was using previously.
Just when I just accept the problem as a worship.
So you can see it has that gringo accent or English accent to it. It tries OpenAI tries to, but I would recommend the direct voices from Azure for different languages. Okay, are there any other questions? Will this work with Carry Plus 3.2.5? No, the AI features are part of VitalPBX 4 and onward. So please migrate to VitalPBX 4 in this case if you want to use these features. Once again, version 3 of VitalPBX is reaching its end of life as CentOS is reaching its end of life by this June. So it's just a couple of months away, and no more updates are being sent to VitalPBX version 3. Only some security updates until the end of life of CentOS. See, we also have can we use Indonesian language? Once again, yes. If it's available with Azure, as I would recommend Azure for anything that's not English, or even Spanish. You can use the different Indonesian languages. Let's see if there are any other questions. If you can ask any questions through the chat or through the Q&A section here. Is there a migration tool for upgrade? No, there's no migration tool for an upgrade of VitalPBX version 3 to version 4. For this, you would need to have a fresh installation of VitalPBX version 4 and make sure that your VitalPBX version 3 is updated to its latest version. And you can use the backup and restore tool to create a backup of the configurations, and then import this backup on the version 4 machine. So it's not a tool that will upgrade your existing machine from version 3 to version 4, but a complete migration of the server hardware. When will the recording of this webinar be available? I hope that it's available by tomorrow. So tomorrow it should be available on our YouTube channel. Once again, that link is on the chat right now. So it's youtube.com/VitalPBX. Okay, do you have any other questions? Once again, I try to be a little bit thorough with these new AI tools. I hope that I was as clear as possible with this, and you're able to you were able to understand it and are as excited as I am about these features. These are very neat features for to modernize your business, and it's a very good new tool for you to provide to your customers. The AI integrations will surely give you a more modern feel and aspect to your company. And once again, I know that not everybody likes to speak with robots, so that's why we still include the final destination option here to transfer your call to another person inside of the business. So humans, we still have jobs. So are there any other comments, any other questions before we wrap everything up? I hope that everything was as clear as possible. Okay, so if there are no more questions, we will make it to here. And thank you, everybody, for coming. Once again, I hope that you enjoyed today's webinar, that you find it useful and find the new AI applications and AI tools inside of VitalPBX very interesting, very useful for your business. And if you have any other questions, you can send us an email to sales@vitalpbx.com. I will try to make sure to respond as soon as I can. Once again, thank you all very much for coming, and hope that you have a great rest of your day and stay safe. Goodbye.